Good morning, everybody. I hope this video message finds you in good spirits. I woke up this morning with high energy. I had this feeling that just came out of nowhere, like everything's going to be okay. Something just came over me. It's almost like this ray of light just filled me, and it just lifted me. It was very uplifting. Like everything is going to be okay, you know. And where that came from, I have, only an idea, but it came for a reason. Things don't just come to me like that unless I'm being told something. And I'm telling you that this, what's going on right now is we're going to come out of this, and we're going to come out of it good. You know, they talk about this coronavirus. Well, this coronavirus is susceptible to heat. Temperatures up to 80 degrees will kill this virus. So all of my traditional relatives out there, you know, this is where our sweat lodge and our ceremonies come into play. You know, where we can help a great many people through this. It won't take a vaccine to kill this virus, and that's what we need to understand is, you know, it isn't going to take a vaccine to kill it if we all start doing our part. You know, saunas will do the same thing. You know, if people aren't into going to sweat lodges, the Nipi ceremony, you know, and cleansing, find somewhere where you can go sit in a sauna and sweat and be exposed to extreme heat. It'll kill all those germs. It'll kill this virus. You know, that right there in itself should bring a lot of hope. You know, I don't live my daily life in fear of this virus, and I know that through my prayers and through my beliefs that all things will come to pass. And I want to encourage you to embrace this truth. You know, those are things that you can do to help yourself, help the people that you love, and help bring understanding rather than putting fear and panic out into the world through social media. Put something positive out there. Let them know that this virus is susceptible to heat. You know, if you don't believe me, then do the research. But it is. And that extreme heat is the ticket. It's the answer to healing. Our people have been doing this for hundreds of years. We sweat. We go into this Nipi ceremony, sacred ceremony that was brought to our relatives out west, our Lakota, Dakota, and Nakota people. And it's such a powerful ceremony that a lot of northern tribes have adopted this ceremony, and tribes all over the country. You know, our sacred ways weren't brought to our people just for our people. They were brought for the people, which is all people. Our Creator, the same Creator we pray to, the Creator that you call God, that I call Creator God. You know, it's the same thing. You know, that Creator, when things are brought to us and brought to brought to the people and for the people, it's all people, because He doesn't distinguish a difference. He sees one people. Everybody that's walking on this planet is a one people. The animals, the birds, they're our relatives. They're spirits. They're our relatives. And you know, this is one of our beliefs, and it's a healthy belief. You know, the trees that are around me and behind me, they have life. They live. They drink water. They need light to live. Well, we aren't much different than trees. You know, we need water and we need light just as well as food. You know, oxygen. These trees, they provide that. They provide those things, the oxygen. They take carbon monoxide out of the air. So when you're around trees, you know, understand their purpose. They have a purpose just like we do. And You know, it's understanding that relationship that we have to everything around us and having that respect for each other. You know, our pets, our dogs, our animals. We think of those as family. You know, a lot of people who have pets. You know, how many of you think of them as like your children? You love them. You bond with them. You cuddle them. You give them affection and attention. The same way you would your children. They're part of your family. And when they pass, you know, you grieve for them just the same you would as a relative, you know, our family member. It's just as painful, it's just as real. So, when I talk about the sacred pipe that was brought to the people, you know, I like to tell people, you know, it wasn't brought to just our people. It's for the people, all people. It was meant to help all people, the Creator's people, God's people. You know, they're all one. And like I said, that Creator doesn't distinguish a difference between color, sex, creed, your political views or beliefs. None of that. The Creator sees one people, one world, one planet, one people. And our responsibility to that Creator is the same responsibility that we have to each other. You know, to be kind, to be loving, be gentle, smile. You know, there's not enough of that, you know. To be able to laugh in the eyes of our struggles and be able to sit with somebody and make them laugh. Humor is huge, you know. Love, laughter. You know, I went to the gas pump today and gas was $1.59, I believe. No, it was $1.55. I don't need at one stop. Well, after taxes, you know, I had like a quarter tank of gas in my car, and after taxes, it cost me like a little over $10 to fill my tank. You want to see something funny and retarded, you should have seen me doing my happy dance. You know, I was about tempted to get out and start doing that happy dance right at the pump when I was done filling up and realizing how much money I've saved. You know, gas hasn't been this low in a long time. You know, there's blessings that are coming for all of us, you know, and coming to all of us. And even through dark times and what you view as dark times, be the light. You know, be the light. Inspire people. Create high energy, not low. And be the message for those who are afraid to speak, are afraid to speak up. You know, be their voice, be their message. Be supportive, be understanding, be kind. You know, I couldn't say that word kind enough. You know, be kind. We all have a purpose. We all have a responsibility to each other. And it's times like this that rather than maybe criticizing people for their fears, be supportive of them. Help educate them. Your words to them should be kind. It should create, not destroy. You know, we do two things. We either create or we destroy. We build or we destroy. You know, our words are either going to help or they're going to hurt. You know, and we are responsible for that. Each one of us as individuals are responsible to help, especially during crisis like this. You know, like I said, I woke up with high energy. Check out that view behind me. That is just absolutely beautiful. It's gorgeous, gorgeous. You know, people are isolated and feel isolated, and they feel like locked down. Well, get out, go in the woods, do what I'm doing. Go in the woods and pray. Get out of your house and, you know, you pray in your house, but get out of your house for once and go in the woods and pray. Be one with everything around you, the universe, everything. Be one, and enjoy what enjoy what the Creator has put in front of us and see the blessing in it. You know, this doesn't have to be a dark or negative thing, because there's balance in everything. You know, even while everything is shut down, you know, our great mother is healing. You know, all these plants and factories and things that are shut down. Think about how much pollution is not being put out into the world. Think about how many vehicles aren't on the road right now and putting out less carbon monoxide. There's a lot of blessings if we stop and slow down to think about them. It's amazing out here, and today is supposed to be like 51 degrees in Wisconsin and Green Bay anyway. Other places it might vary, but all in all, it's a beautiful day. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous to be outside. You know, I can find all kinds of reasons to sit in the house, watch movies, sit on Facebook, or come out into the woods and load my sacred pipe and pray for the people. Well, I have to reword that. It's not my sacred pipe, you know, and I really try to pay attention to that because it's easy to get caught up in saying my, and it's not mine. You know, it's not mine. It's the people's. I just carry it. So I apologize for referring to it as mine. It's not my pipe. It's the people's pipe. But regardless of what you're going through right now, what's happening in your life, there's a reason and a purpose for it, and something to be learned from it. And it's not negative. When you take the positive out of everything that you can learn from it, what seems tragic, what seems challenging, complicated, or hard, there's something to be learned out of it, whether it's financial, whether it's personal relationships, whether it's complicated people. There's something to be learned from everything. Our approach and the way we handle ourselves is either going to create a misunderstanding or it's going to create a blessing. You know, misunderstandings can happen between a break in communication or misunderstanding in communication. But if you humble yourself and you remain humble, the outcome is always different. It's always positive. You know, we have the ability to influence and change. We can change people's attitudes. We can change people's energy. Or we can adopt it and sit right where they're at. An example is going into, say, how many of you have ever gone into a store and went into a cashier that was negative, who was less than friendly, and who lacked in customer service skills? Your attitude towards them is either going to destroy or create. It's going to build, you know. We should be building each other, not destroying each other, not tearing each other down. So in a situation like that where you're dealing with somebody complicated or somebody unfriendly that seems less than unfriendly, be kind. Be compassionate, be understanding, and be patient and tolerant. Be friendly. The worst thing that can happen to that is it's going to make them take a look at themselves. Whether you realize it or not, they're going to have to look at themselves, because you're going to either have a positive impact on their day or negative, and yours doesn't have to be a negative impact. You don't have to respond to negativity with negativity. The best way to quash negative energy is with positive energy. I remember an example of going through a checkout line, and my day was kind of crappy. And what I did, not what I did, but what this cashier did was this cashier changed the whole outcome of my day by just changing my attitude with the way they were. I was miserable. I was less than friendly, and they continued to be friendly, just like I'm saying. And by the time I got done with this cashier and checking out, I was laughing and I was smiling and I was like walking away like, what just happened? Oh my God, this person was so pleasant and so friendly and had such a beautiful spirit about them. It rubbed off on me, and and I walked away feeling really good. It changed the whole course of my day that day. And we can be that for each other, you know, or um, we can be a destroyer, you know. So my message today is, you know, be a builder, not a destroyer, and no matter what people approach you with, no matter what energy, approach it back with high energy and be kind. Be kind. You know, if it doesn't work, you can always just walk away and still feel good about yourself. The choices and decisions you make today are going to affect how you directly feel about yourself tomorrow. And if you're making good choices and good decisions, and you're being kind to people, and you're being compassionate, loving, and forgiving, then, you know, you're going to feel really good about yourself and about where you're at in your life. And that's really what it's about. Is, you know, build yourself up, build other people up. Don't tear people down. Don't criticize or judge. Stay away from that. None of us have a right to look down our nose at anybody. We're all people, and life is like school, you know, and school is in session, and we're all learning, and we learn from each other. Take the same responsibility towards a stranger that you would your own children, and if we put that kind of energy out into the world, imagine what a beautiful place it would be, you know. I wish nothing but happiness, love, good health for all of you, all of you. And I hope you wish the same thing to the world around you. You know, every one of you have something very beautiful and genuine to bring to the table. And don't ever doubt that for a minute, you know. A dark mind creates dark things. But darkness can't blind out the light. Believe that. And when you truly understand that and believe that, then you understand the power you have with the light that you have within inside yourself. Be that light worker that is going to bring light to darkness and bring truth to lie. Elevate yourself high enough that you can see things for what they really are and see truths. Change your perception of the world around you. Change your perceptions about life and about what you believe and what you believe is true, what you understand is true. And that's why I always say stay in your own truth, because it's your truth that's going to lead your way. It's gonna show you your path, not somebody else's. And if you're kind, humble, while walking your path, you're going to draw good things to you. I promise you that you're going to manifest some positive things that are going to come into your life. And the first time that we run into something that we view as a struggle or tough or challenging, you know, sometimes we have a tendency to question, you know, why is this happening to me? You know, I'm always good to everybody, I'm always kind, and I'm a good person. Well, it has nothing to do with who you are as a person and how you are with the world around you. It has to do with what you need to learn in your life. Because it's the things that you learn from the situations that you're experiencing that becomes the gift that you give to the world around you. When you take that knowledge from what it is that you were supposed to learn and you apply it to the world around you and to life around you, then you'll understand everything that you've gone through in your life was not without purpose. You know, it takes a long time to get to that point. You know, we're all teachers, we're all students. There's not one of us better than another, than the next. You know, I'm no better than anybody around me, and I'm no worse. I'm me. I'm an individual, and beautiful in my own spirit, just as you are. I hope, if anything, this message inspires you and puts happiness in your heart and brings good feelings and good thoughts to your day. And if it did, then share the video. Share your own knowledge and experiences with the world around you, and be that inspiration. You know, you have it within your own soul to be that way. We learn a lot of things along the way as we're growing. The world teaches us how to be cruel and how to be mean and how to be dark, and we can unlearn those things by getting out of dark thinking. Don't adopt somebody else's negative attitude. Understand that if they're negative, they're darkest, where they're at that time, that's their truth. They'll have their own lessons that they have to learn. You don't have to learn their lessons. Don't judge them for where they're at. Encourage them. Be the voice of reason. Be the voice of peace, serenity, and comfort. Tell you what, life is good. Life is really good, and it's a good day to be alive. Embrace this day. Embrace everything and everyone around you, and I wish you all nothing but good blessings in your life, in your path, in your direction, and I'll see you all out there. Bedamie.